In the middle of Hamburg, in the Speicherstadt, lies the Miniatur Wunderland. This is the largest model railroad layout in the world. I visited it last summer on my way back to Norway, and Sven Magnus went there in February this year. As it is the biggest tourist attraction in Hamburg, let's review it. As usual, we will look at the layout in general, the trains, the landscape, activities and facilities and staff, and the location. In general, the Mivula, as it is usually called, is how to make a public layout. It is fun for everybody, not just children or model railroaders. It will blow everybody's mind. The layout consists as of March 2023 of 10 parts. Middle Germany, Knuffingen, Hamburg, Austria, America, Scandinavia, Switzerland, Knuffingen Airport, Italy, and Brazil. In construction are Monaco and Patagonia. As there is so much to see, I will just name some highlights. Middle Germany, Austria and Knuffingen are the oldest part, but the carnival area has been rebuilt lately. The special thing in Knuffingen are the running vehicles, especially the fire brigade, which has to extinguish a lot of fires in the city. And it burns a lot in this city. There is a day-night cycle over the whole layout. The light will start to dim and many lights on the layout will turn on. There are also effects at night like the thunderstorm. The Austria section has a lot of cable car. One you will recognize from our layout, but it was built much larger. In the Hamburg section there is a complete stadium with several thousand figures. There is also a miniature of the Miniatur Wunderland. Every meter there are buttons where the visitor can start and some interactive elements. Some are small, but some are large setups which will run for over a minute. In the Scandinavia section there are working ships and a miniature sea which actually simulate tides. The ships are the only thing which have to be controlled by hand as they have not yet been automated. There is a huge control room where the layout is controlled. It requires at least 7 people at all times to run the layout. Apparently every couple of minutes there is an event which requires some action. It is very smooth as the normal visitors don't notice them. Only one time I noticed an issue. A plane in the airport got stuck, but someone came in less than 2 minutes to fix it. The airport is a unique thing which can only be seen here. The planes land and start and then drive to the terminal, while hyper vehicles drive around. The US section has a little Las Vegas and also many trucks and other cars. The Swiss section extends over 2 floors. It is very impressive to stand on the balcony. In the section there are both normal and meter gauge tracks. Next to the Swiss section there is Italy, where several landmarks have been recreated like St. Peter's Dome, Venice and Cinque Terre. The last section is Brazil with Rio and its carnival. You will need at least 2 hours to see all sections, but I recommend 4 hours. The CSI and execution will give a final score of 5 stars. Trains and other vehicles. The trains match the theme and their size fits the scale of the layout. Older sections use Märklin rolling stock, while newer sections have DC rolling stock. Some of the models running were custom made by the Mivula and cannot be bought otherwise. In the US section there is a 14-meter long freight train. You will always see a train running somewhere. Some sidelines have less traffic, so you just need to wait a bit. Broken trains are immediately removed and fixed. If you watch their YouTube channel, you probably have seen the storage for replacement rolling stock, which will rival with the biggest model railroad shop in the world. They also have cleaning train running at all times on the layout. In addition to the trains, there are also trucks and buses driving around some part of the layout. if you book their behind the scenes tour, you can see the charging station behind the layout. We should also not forget the ships and planes, which are something you have never seen in right scaled on a layout. As there is nothing to complain about, 5 stars for the trains and cars. Landscaping. Each section is constructed to the smallest detail. Everywhere there are small stories to discover. There are interactive elements everywhere. The older section used regular building kits, but the newer section like Italy have only custom-made building in size which could never be done on any home layout. In addition, there are over 1 million LED which turn on at night to give a layout a completely different look. Everything is executed to the perfection. The newer section requires, after the calculation, over 100,000 man-hours of work. The only thing which could be complained here is the noise level of the layout, especially from the fire and police trucks and some of the interactive elements which start to get annoying after 2 to 3 hours. That's complaining on a very high level. Due to that, there is no other choice than giving 5 stars. Activities and facility. There are buttons to press everywhere to trigger some sort of interactive element. There are so many it will take many hours to see them all, as I usually pause between runs. There is also a restaurant and a huge shop where you can buy surplus model railroad accessory at a very good price. There are some children activity zones, but I haven't checked them out. The staff is friendly and will answer all your questions, also the people in the control center. On a previous visit in 2001, I did the behind the scene guided tour, which Sven Magnus did on my recommendation. There you will see the layout from a total different perspective, as well as the underground. The guide will explain how stuff works, as well as some hidden details which most people will overlook. When Sven Magnus booked it, he didn't check that most of them were in German. Finally, his cool German became really useful. The Mivula also offers packages with other attractions in Hamburg, like the classic Große Hafenrundfahrt, the Big Harbor Tour. They also have hotel packages. The regular entry price of €20 as of March 2023 is really fair for such an attraction. Also here, 5 stars. Location. It's in the middle of downtown Hamburg next to all other tourist attractions. But people go to Hamburg just to see the Miniatur Wonderland, as I did. Everything else was a bonus. It's accessible by public transport, and if you come by car, you will need to park in an expensive parking lot nearby. Also 5 stars for the location. Conclusion. No wonder the final score is 5 stars. Is there anything bad to mention? If you have to complain about something, it goes under its own success. You cannot just walk in at any time of the day. In the high season it opens at 7 o'clock in the morning and runs until 1 o'clock in the morning, a whopping 18 hours a day. To go in the afternoon, you will have to book your tickets long in advance to have a spot, up to several months for peak season. On their website it says 4 hours waiting time, but there is no physical queue, as people are told to come later again. I went at 2000 hours, so there were less people. After 2200 hours it started to be empty, so you could finally enjoy the layout. Going that late, it means you cannot attend any guided tours. I'm really looking forward to the next section, Monaco, with a functioning Formula 1 race at full scale speed, and also the Patagonia with custom-made HOE trains looks promising. Have you been at the Miniatur Wonderland? Then share your opinion in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.